Kourtney Kardashian Barker, the eldest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan and a trailblazing figure in the worlds of wellness, fashion and family vlogging, has long been synonymous with polished poise and unapologetic authenticity. At 45, with a blended family that includes 4 children, son Mason 15, daughter Penelope 13, son Rain 10, and newborn son Rocky, Kourtney's life is a whirlwind of organic smoothies, high-stakes brand launches, and the tender chaos of parenting. Yet, in a raw confessional moment captured on the latest episode of The Kardashians, she peels back the veneer of her Instagram-perfect existence to reveal the uncharted territories of early motherhood. It's a story of instinct overriding inexperience, of books becoming belated guides, and of a profound shift toward intentionality in an era where she finally has the luxury of choice. When Kourtney welcomed Mason into the world at the age of 30, the landscape of modern parenting was vastly different from today's app-driven, expert-curated advice ecosystem. Social media influencers hadn't yet colonized every nursery decision, and the barrage of unsolicited opinions from online forums was a whisper compared to the roar it is now. "When I was 30 and I had Mason, nobody told me what to do," Kourtney recalls, her voice laced with a mix of nostalgia and wry amusement. "I didn't read any books." Thrust into the role without a roadmap, she relied on what she describes as an innate maternal compass. Attachment parenting, a philosophy that emphasizes physical closeness, responsive caregiving, and emotional attunement from the earliest days. It wasn't a term she'd studied or a method she'd debated in prenatal classes. It was simply how her heart led her to bond with her firstborn. Skin-to-skin contact became second nature, breastfeeding a quiet act of devotion, and co-sleeping a sanctuary that blurred the lines between day and night in the haze of newborn wonder. This instinctive approach, while deeply fulfilling, wasn't without its trials. Kourtney navigated the steep learning curve of single motherhood in her early years, post her relationship with Scott Disick, juggling the demands of building the Kardashian empire alongside midnight feedings and teething tantrums. Attachment parenting, with its emphasis on being ever-present, amplified the intensity. There were no off switches, no guilt-free breaks when every cry felt like a personal summons. Yet, in those raw, unfiltered moments, Kourtney found a rhythm that felt profoundly right. Mason, now a lanky teenager with his mother's sharp wit and an affinity for basketball, became the unwitting pioneer of this philosophy. Their bond, forged in those early bookless days, remains a cornerstone of Kourtney's parenting narrative, a testament to the power of intuition when structure is absent. By the time Penelope arrived 2 years later, Kourtney's approach had evolved from pure gut feeling to a more deliberate practice. "Before I had Penelope, though, I read the attachment parenting book and it was more intentional," she shares, highlighting the pivotal role that Dr. William Sears' seminal work played in refining her instincts. The book, with its chapters on baby wearing, extended nursing, and the elimination communication method for potty training, provided validation and vocabulary for what she'd been doing organically. Suddenly, the fog of new mom uncertainty lifted, replaced by a framework that empowered her to advocate for her choices amid the scrutiny of family dynamics and public eyes. Penelope's early years were marked by this intentional attachment. Kourtney, often seen in flowing maxi dresses with a carrier strapped across her chest, embodying the free-spirited yet devoted archetype that would later define her Poosh wellness brand. Rain's arrival in 2014 further layered complexity onto Kourtney's maternal tapestry. Now firmly established as a businesswoman with a skincare line and a lifestyle empire, she grappled with the tension between professional ambitions and the pull of presence. "And even though I was working, I didn't really think it was an option to not work," she admits, her words echoing the societal script that equated productivity with worthiness, especially for women in the spotlight. The pressure to maintain relevance in a family franchise built on visibility meant long hours on set, red-eye flights for photo shoots, and the constant negotiation of boundaries. Attachment parenting persisted, but it adapted. Nanny support became a necessity, not a luxury, and Kourtney leaned into rituals like family sound baths and nutrient-dense family meals to weave closeness into the fabric of busier days. Fast forward to the present, and Kourtney's parenting philosophy has reached a zenith of gratitude and autonomy, particularly since welcoming Rocky via surrogate in November 2023 alongside husband Travis Barker. For the first time, financial independence and a supportive co-parenting dynamic with Disick have afforded her the option not to work. "This isn't idleness, it's liberation. Now I have the option not to work and I feel grateful to be able to find what I connect to," she reflects, her tone one of quiet triumph. Motherhood, once a survival sprint, has transformed into a mindful marathon. Kourtney now curates her days around what nourishes her soul, yoga flows at dawn, foraging for wild greens with the kids, or curating playlists that blend Blink-182 tracks with soothing affirmations for bedtime. This evolution underscores a broader theme in Kourtney's story, the interplay between instinct and intention, and how privilege reshapes both. Early on, attachment parenting was her anchor in uncharted waters, a way to reclaim agency in a life scripted by others. Today it's a conscious choice, infused with the wisdom of hindsight and the resources to prioritize joy over obligation. She advocates for gentle parenting techniques, like positive reinforcement over punishment, and emphasizes emotional literacy, teaching Mason to articulate frustration during teen mood swings or guiding Penelope through the vulnerabilities of middle school social dynamics. With Rain, it's about fostering independence within safety nets, encouraging his artistic flair through pottery classes and skate sessions with Travis. Rocky, the newest addition, benefits from this refined approach. A nursery designed with biophilic elements, organic linens, and a commitment to delayed screen exposure that Kourtney champions across her platforms.